This person didn't just break your heart, they exposed a version of you that you didn't even know existed. And the pain they left behind wasn't just suffering, it was the doorway to a strength you were never forced to discover before. You didn't see it coming, did you? At first, it felt like something beautiful, something rare. The kind of connection that makes you believe the world finally makes sense. You trusted them with pieces of your soul you had never handed to anyone else. You let your guard down, slowly, carefully, until one day, without realizing it, your entire emotional world revolved around them. And then, something shifted. Maybe it was subtle at first, a change in tone, a distance you couldn't quite explain, or maybe it was sudden, like a storm tearing through everything you built together. Either way, the result was the same. Silence, confusion, and a pain that didn't just hurt, it echoed. You questioned everything, your worth, your judgment, your ability to love. But here's the part no one tells you. What if the real story didn't begin when they left? What if it began when you were forced to stand alone? Because sometimes, the person who shatters you is the same one who unknowingly forges you into someone unbreakable. And by the end of this journey, you'll realize something terrifying and empowering. They didn't destroy you. They revealed you. Part 1. The illusion of completion. You didn't just fall in love with a person. You fell in love with who you were when you were with them. The way your voice softened, the way your world felt brighter, the way their presence made everything seem meaningful. But here's the uncomfortable truth. You started outsourcing your happiness. Without realizing it, your sense of completeness became dependent on someone who was never meant to carry that responsibility. And when they left, it didn't just feel like losing them, it felt like losing yourself. Carl Jung once said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate." And that's exactly what happened. You weren't just attached to them, you were attached to the identity you built around them. Think about it. How many things did you tolerate because you didn't want to lose them? How many times did you silence your own needs just to keep the peace? That wasn't love. That was fear disguised as devotion. And when they walked away, it felt like everything collapsed. But in reality, what collapsed was an illusion, a fragile structure built on dependency, not truth. This is the first lesson pain teaches you. You were never incomplete. You were just temporarily convinced that you were. And now, for the first time, you're being forced to meet yourself again. Not as someone's partner, not as someone's everything, but as you. Stripped, raw, real. And that's where your strength begins. Part 2. The pain that awakens you. Because the pain was never just about them. It's quiet now, isn't it? No more constant messages, no more late-night conversations, just you and the echo of everything that used to be. And somehow, that silence feels louder than anything. You try to move on, distract yourself, stay busy. But pain has a strange way of following you into the quiet moments, when you're alone with your thoughts, when something small reminds you of them, when a memory hits you without warning, and in those moments it feels unbearable. But here's the truth most people run from. Pain is not your enemy, it's your awakening. Friedrich Nietzsche once said, "He who has a why to live can bear almost any how." But heartbreak strips away your why. It forces you into a space where nothing makes sense anymore. And that's exactly why it hurts so deeply, because you're being forced to rebuild meaning from nothing. Think about a wound. If you keep covering it, ignoring it, pretending it's not there, it festers. But when you finally face it, clean it, expose it to the air, it stings. Healing always does. This pain you're feeling, it's not weakness. It's evidence that something inside you is trying to grow beyond who you used to be. You're confronting parts of yourself you avoided before. Your fears of abandonment, your need for validation, your silent insecurities that were once hidden beneath the comfort of their presence. And now, there's nowhere to hide. But that's not cruelty, that's transformation, because strength is not built in comfort, it's built in confrontation with yourself, your past, and your truth. And slowly, painfully, you're learning something powerful. You can survive without them, not perfectly, not easily, but undeniably. And that realization is the beginning of your power. Part 3. Rebuilding the self they never saw. There comes a moment, quiet, almost invisible, when the pain stops screaming and starts whispering. It doesn't disappear, it changes. You wake up one day and instead of asking, "Why did they leave?" you find yourself asking something far more dangerous. Why did I stay? That question shifts everything, because now the focus is no longer on them, it's on you. You begin to notice the patterns, the compromises, the way you bent yourself into shapes that were never meant for you, just to fit into someone else's world. You start to see how much of your identity was edited, filtered, softened, so you wouldn't be too much or not enough. And that realization, it's painful, but it's also liberating, because if you lost yourself once, it means you can rebuild yourself again. This time, consciously. The philosopher Lao Tzu once wrote, "Care about what other people think, and you will always be their prisoner." And for a long time you were. You measured your worth through their attention, their approval, their presence. But now you're learning to sit with yourself, to listen to your own thoughts without needing someone else to validate them, to enjoy your own company without feeling incomplete. It's not glamorous, it's not easy. Some days still feel heavy, but something inside you is shifting. You're no longer chasing closure from someone who couldn't give it. You're creating it within yourself, and slowly, piece by piece, you're becoming someone new, not hardened, not cold, but aware. Aware of your value, aware of your boundaries, aware of the kind of love you will never accept again. And here's the irony. The version of you they left behind is the version of you that needed to be left behind. Because the person you're becoming now, they wouldn't recognize you, and more importantly, they wouldn't be able to break you. Part 4. The strength you never knew you had. There's a quiet kind of strength that doesn't announce itself. It doesn't shout. It doesn't try to prove anything. It simply exists. In the way you carry yourself now, you've changed. Not in the loud, obvious ways people talk about, but in the subtle, unshakable ways that only you can feel. The way you no longer chase people who create confusion. The way you pause before giving your energy away. The way you've learned to sit with discomfort instead of running back to what once hurt you. That's strength. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." And now you understand that on a deeper level. Because the truth is, you couldn't control how they treated you. You couldn't control how things ended. But you did learn how to control what came next. You chose to stay, to feel, to face it, and that choice, repeated over days, weeks, months, quietly rebuilt you. Think about who you were before all of this. You might have been more innocent, more trusting, more open, and while there's beauty in that, there was also vulnerability without awareness. Now, you still have a heart, but it's no longer unguarded, it's understood. You don't love blindly anymore, you love consciously. You don't ignore red flags, you recognize them. You don't lose yourself in others, you carry yourself with you wherever you go. And that's the kind of strength heartbreak creates. Not the kind that shuts the world out, but the kind that walks into it with open eyes. So one day, when you look back at this chapter of your life, it won't just be a story about pain. It will be a story about awakening. About how someone walked into your life, shattered you in ways you never expected, and in doing so, revealed something far more valuable than love ever could: yourself. If this story felt like it was speaking directly to you, that's because it is. Take a moment, reflect. What did this experience teach you about yourself? What version of you is slowly emerging from this pain? Because your story doesn't end with heartbreak. It evolves through it. And maybe, just maybe, this wasn't the end of something beautiful. It was the beginning of something real.